What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Talking Jets with Tigo. My name is Tigo. And before we hop into today's video, just wanted to remind you guys, hit the like button and the subscribe button if you haven't already. We are almost at 2,000 subscribers. Can't believe how quickly the channel is growing. Really appreciate that. And then, if you haven't already, hit the share button and the notification bell. Share the video with your friends so that we get more Jets fans in on this. And the notification bell to be notified whenever new videos drop. Guys, if you don't know, I write regularly for the Jets Joint. That is a Stadium Rant Jets affiliated website. I drop articles on there two times a week. Just dropped either today or tomorrow my final 53-man roster prediction. Go over there and take a look at that if you're curious about what I think this roster is going to look like. But since we're talking about the roster, let's talk about a big move, something that I predicted was going to happen, something that I expected was going to happen. Denzel Mims has officially requested a trade away from the New York Jets. Guys, this move just makes too much sense for everybody involved. The Jets have a lot of wide receiver depth. We have a lot of talent on there with drafting Elijah Moore last year, signing Corey Davis, Braxton Berrios stepping up in a big way. And then you add to that the fact that we drafted this year Garrett Wilson and the rise of a lot of these undrafted free agents, and Jeff Smith is starting to look like a real threat at wide receiver, and the versatility that he brings with special teams. You started to look at it and you started to kind of have a hard time figuring out, where does Denzel Mims fit on this roster? Ultimately, if he would have stayed on here, he would have probably ended up being wide receiver 5, getting 4 to 5 snaps a game. And that's just not fair to a guy with his sky-high potential. Denzel Mims deserves to be on the field more, and he just unfortunately won't crack the roster here in New York. I totally expect that we extend and pick up the third-year option on Corey Davis. Elijah Moore looks like he's a wide receiver 1 in every way, shape, and form. Garrett Wilson looks like a real threat. That catch in the Atlanta game really got me excited about his potential. Braxton Berrios came onto the scene last year, and the fact that he's an a Pro Bowl kick returner, punt returner, really just adds to his value, and you start to really struggle in finding snaps for Denzel Mims. He has value, especially when you look at wide receiver needy teams out there who desperately need the wide receiver position to be filled with someone who has that kind of talent. Teams like Green Bay, Chicago. I hope he doesn't go there, but it makes a lot of sense. Would be New England. These places need wide receivers, and they need it desperately. Baltimore. They need the help on the outside, and Denzel Mims can immediately go into some of these places and some of these rooms and be wide receiver 1 for them. If Denzel Mims goes into Chicago, he's probably wide receiver 1 for Chicago, like right out of the gate. So it's sad to think that Denzel Mims won't be on this team and that he will be contributing for somebody else, but it's good for both sides. We're going to get a draft pick in return for Denzel Mims. I doubt that we cut him. There's a much higher likelihood chance that we just carry him on the 53 until we can get a trade partner for him. Even with him requesting a trade, it won't hurt the team in any way. And Joe Douglas knows how to work his magic. In a perfect world and in an ideal world, I would like to see a 4th coming back for Denzel Mims. I would go to Chicago and be like, I'll send you Denzel Mims and a 6th. Specifically, the 6th-round pick that we got for Blake Cashman, because that has a higher value because it's the Houston's pick. And I would say, we'll give you a Denzel Mims and a 6th for a 4th-round pick. I think that's good value, and picking in the 4th round is kind of what we want to be doing, picking in that area, because those are guys those are fringe starters, and that's what we're trying to fill this roster with at this point. I think this roster is pretty solid all up and down, and you'll see that if you read my 53-man article. And an extra 4th-round pick always helps, and it gives us flexibility if you want to go up in the draft next year or anything like that. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. It's sad to see Denzel Mims go, but where do you think he goes? What do you think we can get in return? And how well does he do with his new team? Thanks for stopping by, and last but not least, go Jets.